Ladies and gentlemen, members and friends, Matt Bailey here. I'm extremely excited to introduce Whispers of Spring, a journey of reawakening. The Creators Collection Whispers of Spring is our next set of the Creators Collection, which celebrates springtime, coming out of winter, and really celebrating those lighter, brighter flavors that we find in whiskey. We're coming out of those darker winter months of heavier winter flavors, of peatier flavors. There isn't a single peated whiskey in this lineup. I'm a huge fan of unpeated whiskey in general, so I'm really excited to see what this can turn out to be. We're going to kick straight off with 105.55, outturn one of 124 bottles for the whole world of this release. Crepuscular Complexity, a 35-year-old in our sweet, fruity and mellow flavor profile. This is the first bottle of it being opened in the world, which is rather exciting. We've got this lovely sort of brown sugar, bit of Manuka honey, like an old wine cellar sort of going on there as well, like a dusty old Dunwich wine cellar. It definitely displays its age well there. Sweet, fruity and mellow flavor profile and natural cask strength of 42% ABV. So it just goes to show that this has definitely dropped a bit in proof. Bit of rhubarb, bit of flan, like fruit pie, bit of fruit mince. Let's have a quick taste. It's delicate, it's zingy, it's bubbly, it's vibrant, it's bubblegum. It's that old wine cellar on the back palate again on the finish. It just keeps going and going. That's a really special drop, and not many of these to go around. 124 for the whole world. We're going to try 72.125 Blossom Reverie, a 29-year-old in this new Creators Collection, Whispers of Spring. Distillery 72, cask 125, first bottle of this being opened. I'm really excited by this because, first of all, light and delicate is an underrated flavor profile. To have a whiskey that's both light and delicate and cask strength seems like something that couldn't work together, but actually works really well together here. It's such a rare treat. It definitely is light and delicate. It has that sort of light waxed paper and sort of floral honey. It's got a bit of that brown sugar, a little bit of lemon curd or lemon cake, lemon drizzle sort of going on, a little bit of lemon note in there, which is just lovely. Wow, way more fruit on the palate than I was anticipating. Natural cask strength of 49.1%. Heaps of like old stewed fruits and that waxy paper on the palate as well. But light and delicate, this is a springtime dram to the max. This has got just oodles of flavor and almost a bit of that, almost a bit of ozone, I'd call it. Almost a bit of that sort of strange sort of springtime ozone where the flowers are blossoming and all those zingy, heady aromas are coming to the front. That's a remarkable whiskey. Something definitely worth checking out, that 72. Distillery 50, cask 120. Distillery 50 is our lowland distillery. We've had quite a few 50s through in the last few years. And some of them have been quite old, some of them have been moderately old, but this one is 34 years of age. I think it's the oldest one in this set. Oh no, second oldest. I'm getting ahead of myself here. After that first one we tried. So a 34-year-old in this case, Juicy Oak and Vanilla lowland whiskey. Much thicker than the other two so far on the nose, much more of that sort of brown sugar. It's got a bit of that sort of strawberry jam going on, like pineapple chunks. If you've ever tried that Saint Germain elderflower liqueur, it's like that, but with after being in a cask for 34 years. Juicy Oak and Vanilla straight away on the nose is very fitting of the flavor profile here. It's unctuous and thick and delivers. Usually you don't associate lowland whiskey with being thick. It's often quite light and floral and has often been triple distilled. In this case, it's double distilled from a single malt distillery in the lowlands that's picked up a huge resurgence in the last few years, but these casks that we've seen have been nothing short of phenomenal and display the age just beautifully. It's like an aged cask of elderflower liqueur. Delightful, perfect springtime dramming right here. Cask 94.51, one of 247 bottles worldwide, sweet, fruity and mellow, in our Creators Collection, The Whispers of Spring, a journey of reawakening. it's kind of funny to say this is the youngest of the 4 in this set, but it's still 27 years of age and 55.8% natural cask strength. In 40 plus years, we've only ever seen 51 casks out of Distillery 94, and so we've seen very few, but it's always an enigmatic and odd and, I guess, charismatic spirit that we see out of 94. It always picks up that sort of like straight away, like the black pepper sauce. But in this case, it's, I mean, after 27 years, it's not really black pepper sauce anymore. It's more of that sort of like, it's almost, you could almost be confused for thinking that's a really old, delicate rum, but it's not a rum, it's a whiskey. It picks up a bit of that sort of mango skin, mango flesh, a bit of hazelnut oil, or maybe hazelnut butter, or almost like a Nutella or a hazelnut sort of spread. A bit of orange peel, a bit of like a few jammy notes, apricot jam, hazelnut spread, coconut oil. There's a lot going on there, and you can see why so many people are interested in this spirit. Let's have a quick taste. Yeah, it's definitely the most bold of the 4, but I think that's really fitting for the spring awakening sort of vibe that we're going for, of these whiskies that are bold, that are sometimes light and delicate, but sometimes have this sort of awakening out of the glass of aromas and springtime and flowers and tropical notes. I would be surprised if this isn't the most popular set of Creators Collection we have all year in some ways, because there's so few of them, but at the same time, they're so desirable for all those rich, floral, springtime aromatics that jump out of the glass here. Some of these bottles, especially the 105, are one of 124 bottles worldwide. That's the whole cask. You don't want to miss out on these. They will be going online in April outturn, and you don't want to miss out on these extremely rare and extremely desirable, super aged whiskies coming through from the SMWS as part of our Creators Collection. Cheers.